Alright, I'm filming this video to talk a little bit about psychology within trading and why you continue to fail and why you do not succeed or get better. And the first reason, and the number one reason, is because you're stuck in a cycle. The way psychology works is that you train your brain to think one thing, and it is extremely hard to undo that. You train your brain to do the same exact thing every single day, and undoing that is so difficult that 95% of people cannot achieve that. 95% of people quit trading because they can't defeat the mindset that they continue to have. So the first thing that you do wrong, and I'm not trying to belittle you, I'm trying to give you serious advice because I was the same person. I was going through the same stuff, and I know exactly how it feels. You feel like worthless. You feel like your family told you this isn't going to work, and you're fulfilling that because it's not working for you. Your friends told you this isn't going to work. Just stick to college and go to class. And you feel awful every single day because you are fulfilling this. You continue to fulfill that, and it is probably the top 3 worst feelings in the whole world. And so I understand this on no other level like anyone else. Only day traders who have been through this understand this. And the thing is, you are in a constant state of a failure cycle. And let me explain. You wake up every morning, and what you say to yourself is, today is going to be different. Today, I'm going to follow my rules, I will stay disciplined, and I'll do what needs to get done. Great. What happens when market opens? You panic. You hop into a random trade. Then what? You get greedy. You hold on to that trade. Then what? Now you're down a lot, and by market close you say, oh, you know what, tomorrow will be different, tomorrow. And it's not different. And you continue to live within this cycle day after day. And why is that? Because you won't put the hard work in that needs to be put in. Listen to me, because I was there. I was in that constant freaking cycle of telling myself, today is going to be different. Today I'm going to do things correctly. No. The reason that you continue to stay within that cycle is because you're not attacking and achieving what is actually going on. You're not figuring out and tackling the mistakes you make day after day. And I know that because I was the same way. I thought it was enough. I thought I was smart enough. I thought I was good enough to tell myself, you know what, you make mistakes, it'll be different tomorrow. And day after day, it was never different until I was tired of it, until I was sick of it, until I finally told myself, this is what is going to go on any longer. I'm not going to live like this any longer. I'm not going to continue day after day, taking losses, feeling terrible. Trading makes you feel that way. Trading is the hardest thing to accomplish psychology-wise. And obviously, there's way more important jobs out there. And I'm not trying to say that trading is the hardest job in the world. No, we have actual useful jobs like doctors and etc. You know what I'm talking about. But for the people who genuinely want to achieve this, it is going to be the hardest thing you will do psychologically. And you are continuing to stick within that same mindset of tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow I'll do things correctly. Today I made a mistake. But it's no longer a mistake when you do it day after day after day and continue to tell yourself day after day that tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow is never going to be different. There's never a better time to fix what's going on than right now. If you're watching this video, I want you to take out a pen and a paper and I want you to write down the things you struggle the most with psychology-wise in trading. And I want you to do that. And I want you to analyze those things and understand why you do them. And I don't want it to be some nonsense, oh, I'm greedy because I want more money. There's a reason deeper that you are greedy. There is a reason. There is some event that happened in your life that made you greedy. There is some event that happened in your life to make you extremely egotistical. There is some event that happened in your life to make you super emotional and nervous when you're trading. And I want you to write down those top problems you had and I want you to analyze them. And I want you to think how you could tackle them. And I want you to think back of all the big events that has happened in your life and understand why your mind works that way. And this is going to be the toughest thing ever, because you're going to have to face what your actual problems are. And that is the hardest thing to do, because as humans, we want to believe that we are great at everything. That's how our minds work. We don't want to do the hard stuff. And it's okay. I was there too. I'm not saying this in any way to belittle you or any way to be like, I'm better than you because I figured out my psychology. No, I still struggle with it day after day because it's the hardest thing ever. But I'm telling you this as your friend, as your coach, as someone that you can trust. Your psychology is going to be extremely difficult, and you can do it. You can tackle it as long as you did what I just told you to do. Take out a pen and a paper, write down your biggest problems, and figure out what event in your life caused you to feel and think that way while you're trading. Great. Now that you've done that, every single morning pre-market, you need to be prepared. You need to be writing down exactly what you are going to accomplish that day and what you're going to do. You're not just going to say it in your head. Today's going to be different because I'm not going to make those mistakes I did yesterday. What the hell is that going to do? What mistakes did you make? You probably can't even recall if I were to ask you that pre-market. Sit in your house with you and say, okay, today's going to be different. Why? What mistakes did you make and what did you do to solve them? Nothing. There's no journaling you did. There's no reflecting you did. There's no break you took to clear your mind. There's no stopping doom scrolling on TikTok and Instagram to clear your mind. There's none of that. And I know 90% of you guys watching this, pre-market, you're probably doom scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, waiting for market open. Well, you should be writing down what you're going to accomplish that day. You should be writing down any mistakes that you struggle with that you are going to fix. That's what you should be doing. And again, I'm not saying this to belittle you. I was in that place and I know exactly how it feels. It feels freaking awful. It's the worst thing in the world. It's the worst feeling. And I get it. So I'm saying this again, as your friend, as your coach. Listen to me because I have been through it. So now that you figure that out, you know exactly what mistakes you make. Every day pre-market, you're going to have to write down what you're going to accomplish, what you're going to fix that day when you go into trading, and you're going to write down your rules. And I don't want you to write down, some goals as well as in a monetary gain. No, if you're also thinking about trading as just strictly monetary, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing immediately because it's not going to work. You are just going to absolutely backpedal and backfire all the hard work that you put in figuring out the mistakes you make, because now you're just relating trading strictly to how much of a monetary gain I could get. Don't do that. So when you go to write down a goal for the day, if you write down any sort of monetary number or any sort of percentage gain on your account, you've already lost. You have already lost. So absolutely do not do that. What I want you to do is write down your goals. Write down, I am going to stick to my rules that I've created. I'm not going to make those same mistakes I've made day after day. And I'm going to change the spot that I'm in currently because I want it so bad. And I do not care about the money. I want to change, I want to do better, and I want to get better at this skill. And I know each and every one of you guys watching this right now, you have it in you. You have it in you to do better, but you simply won't. And that is strictly because you will not take a deeper look at yourself. So I want you to take in everything I just told you right now. I want you to do all those steps I just gave you. I want you to stop thinking about trading in a monetary gain way. I want you to start thinking about it in a way that, what rules can I follow? How disciplined can I be? Because that really determines how successful you're going to be with trading. If you're just thinking about it as in, I want to make this amount of money, go do something else. Go work a job that has a real salary where you can reach that type of money. trading is not for you because nothing is guaranteed in trading. And you should never be writing down a monetary goal because, again, that will just backfire, like I've already said. And trust me, I know, because I've written down those monetary goals, and all that's done is absolutely exploded everything that I had up here and just completely fried my brain, because all I was doing is taking more trades to reach that. In the meantime, I'm losing more money, and I'm continuing to fail. I'm continuing to break my rules. So another thing I want you to do as well, anytime you do break one of the rules you have, stop trading immediately. Get off the charts and go do something else. And I'm serious about that. So stop trading immediately after you break a rule. This is going to be the hardest thing to do because you're already in the moment. You're already in the heat of the moment and you're like, it's fine. I'll just keep going for today. And you can't take yourself out of that perspective to be like, oh my God, you need to stop right now. It's really hard to do that, but you can do it. And that's the first step to really achieving full discipline with trading. But yeah, so basically, this is kind of like my little rant to you all. And every one of you guys watching this, I know you can accomplish trading. I know you can do it. I know you have it in you, but you need to listen. You have to listen. Put your ego aside, because I have been in your shoes. I have been there. I have felt the way it feels. I know exactly what you're going through right now, and it sucks. It sucks. But only you can change that. And if you sit around and, oh, boo-hoo, I'm so bad at trading, there's no crying in trading. No one's going to respect your feelings. It's you versus you. So you need to do whatever you can do. Man up and do it. That's all I can really say. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll catch you on the later video. Sorry this is more serious, but I know I can reach out to a lot of you guys with a video like this.